Hey, Chris Vance here. You probably can't see me very well, but anyway, I got bored of sitting around the house, doing nothing. So I pulled off my hood, and this is the hood of my car, and you can see this blue. This is masking film. I'm looking at these pictures I was thinking about putting on it. So I kind of do something like this, and I'm doing it with more black and white, but it'll look pretty good when it's done, hopefully. Lord willing. So that's what I'm doing. So right now I'm just trying to get this film to lay on here, right? Kind of got it a little bit. I got all these dog hair parts of this picture, like his pants down here and his legs and everything. I'm gonna cut all those out and use the black of the hood to come through on that, and then I'm gonna spray all the other parts. Lord willing. We'll see. Sometimes, see, you get this stuff stuck on it and never wants to come off. His masking film. I just wondering if I should do another one. I don't think so. I think one would be cool enough. Do them a little smaller. I'm gonna have to draw the image on here. So, do them a little smaller, because he's got this fortress behind him and all this stuff, which I'm gonna put up in there too. But maybe a little smaller like he is here, or maybe like this big, but something like that. And then just leave these sides painting those trees and stuff, you know what I mean? But I think it should be a little bit bigger than this. But I'm gonna need to get like a black marker or some kind of pen, white out pen or something to draw on this. And then when I do, I'll come back after I draw the picture and I'll do a little video of that showing you how it's going. And then we'll go on to the spray painting and all that stuff. So this is Chris Vance signing out with another piece of crazy artwork. Okay, well, this is where some of the schematics done of it. I thought maybe you guys would want to see the schematics. Hopefully you can see that. I'm working on him, and you can watch. That'll be fun. Won't that be fun? So, God, he's way up in here. I don't know about that arm, so I want to go with his leg here. So I gotta get it. I'm drawing with I guess like a ceramic type of thing. It draws on darker on metal or ceramics. So right now I'm just trying to get his I don't know how clear you see it. I'm trying to get his body in here just right. And I mean, his boots and shit like that is some of the best part of the whole damn thing. So it's got to look rugged, So this part is just like schemata, drawing in where it should be at, Like even in the original picture, he didn't show where his foot was, so I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. Keep it getting more out than I did. And then this other one, I really did some roughage on his boots. It just hangs around there. This one's in black, which is cool because that's what I'll be working in. So all this picture will be in black, except for the parts I highlight, you know what I'm saying? So But I'm gonna try and actually draw a pretty decent rendition of him, you know, as I go along. But he's gonna have this other sword here. It'll be in his arm. It goes right along his hair. So you see how I started there, then I went over here. So as you go along, you're just fixing it more and more and more and more, more and more until a perfect day. I know people think because I'm religious that I'm also crazy, but I'm not. So I mean, that doing the sword in, I got no problems, but the sword's got to really be straight. I'm just kind of putting a marker in here to where it's going to be, or hopefully it'll be able to be. And he's got a real tight grip on that sword. And that sword's got to be just at the right spot. So I'm going to have to figure out where everything's at, you know what I mean? In order for that sword to be in the right position with his arm. I mean, it doesn't really show much. It just shows like from here and then coming down here, and then there's his and then this is his hand, you know, of course, which is part of it. And it's all going to be in black pretty much, yeah. It's just a way that, yeah. So there's his sword, and like here, you know, his arm, you know, I've got his arm being a little too big, I think. And it's not too big, it's just that the muscle is a little too, God, look at all these veins on him and stuff. Not going to be easy to cut all this in. But, we aim to please, yeah. So, but this is how you start, you know, and you go like, okay, I need to look at his hair here. And we want this to go out a little more, because it's supposed to be way the hell out here, you know. And his face, he's pretty evil. Like a pretty evil Knievel. So yeah, it's a matter of getting the detail, you know. A lot of it I can cut in. That's how his face kind of be, gonna kind of come down here. All this will be black, and even down in here will be black. I think a lot of it's gonna be black. These seem to be a little low, you know. It's stuff like this that you want to fix now while you're doing schematics on it, so that when you do actually do the picture, you don't mess it up, you know what I mean? This here is a real important part of it. And this cloak he's got on is awesome, you know. But will I be able to do that with black? I mean, I might have to come back in with without the airbrush, because I don't know that that's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be able to capture all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to get the spots in where I am going to cut out. So here's his belt coming down here, and he comes up, and then this is his thing. He's got like a six-pack going on here, so I don't know, looks like even more than a six-pack. 12-pack. Here's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you're going to have 4 there. And these are the spots that will be cut out. You know what I mean? All of this, all of everything else will be black. So it's really tricky when you're doing reverse stuff. And I might have to go in and fix some of it with painting as I go along, you know. And that's okay. But I want to get some of the subtleties, like this part where we're down in here where it bends a little. I want to get that, you know. I want to get those in there because that's badass looking. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up. It's gonna have like a and we're gonna try. I'm gonna try, brother. But you know how it goes. So that's there, and this is just a little below. I'm not trying to actually be exactly like this picture, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get the feel of using the character to do my own stuff, you know. I mean, I might follow it a little bit here and there where I think it's cool. See, I'm doing the back, and this is the front. So, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got about 4 or 5. So this would be 4. It goes way up like this. All these go up here. And then this comes down, and that's the end of it. It comes up. It's the airbrushing of his legs and everything that make it look so cool. So I don't know what this thing is here in the center. I don't know what the hell he did there. But, I mean, it looks cool, but I'm going to have to try and work on that. Yeah. And figure out what the hell happened there. Yeah. But as you can see, this white stuff does a pretty damn good job of describing what you're trying to do, you know. And then there's going to be like a skull over here. There's a skull. Oh, he got his mouth hanging open. Ah. Oh. Doesn't even look right, does it? Now, we'll be working on it, so. There's a skull over there, and then there's a skull here, and you got some stuff going up here. And you got these trees here, which are cool ass trees, and they come up. And down at the bottom, there's like crags and the rocks and stuff. And these are the guys down here looking up at him, you know. Dead men don't tell tales. And then right below him, there's like some kind of wild, I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm just going to add something in here. And more, there'll be more. Some kind of monster down here, I don't know. But I like the grass, you know, against the grass against the black. I don't know if you can see over where I'm looking at. But you know, I'm kind of looking at this part here and how I want this leg to come down in here. And you got to be careful. I mean, you know, yeah, sure, you can just slop it in there, but that ain't the cool way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then over here, for some reason, this is an actual hand here, and I don't even know if I want to do that or not, you know. I like the skulls. I'll keep working on some of the skulls. I'll put a skull here. Yeah. And another skull here. I don't mind that it's not showing his feet so much, but it does show it on this side. It's got a rock here. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, you don't show the feet, but Okay, so this part, really, this is like going up to the back of him, and this is his main arm. And then this part comes down. Supposedly it's way up from there, though, so it would have to be up here. I don't know, good question. So this leg is going to be cut here and here. Give him that leg looky cookie. And then I'm going to bring this one around. Yeah, because there's a bunch of this shit going on with this guy. It looks pretty cool the way he's got it, but it's almost too fucking thick. Yeah. It's the same way with this one. There's like one and then two here. There's some kind of diadem here in the center. I don't know what that is. But anyway, this is me drawing him. And, you know, when I start to do the cutting, I'll bring you back aboard. I didn't want to bore you with all the tedious semantics. I just want you to see the process of what's going on here. You know what I mean? What it takes to actually make something like this. I mean, people look at it and go, oh, it's nothing. Yeah. Try it yourself, pal. Okay, so anyway, there you go. You definitely gonna have a mouth here. This part's gonna be white. But he's gonna be a little more lengthy. Hopefully I can get this face in here like it's supposed to be instead of the way you're seeing it there. I know that kind of looks all messed up. But I'm gonna keep working on this, just describing where things are and looking around, see where I'm supposed to cut and where I'm supposed to not cut. Because remember, this is a hood, you know what I mean? Of a car. Truck. So I'm going to go ahead and knock you down one. And we're going to look at, I'm going to put some fog in here, and you know what I mean? And up here, there's a great big, there's a castle going up here. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the castle going up here. It'll be going up like this. And there'll be castle, and then there will be these other trees. You know what I mean? The trees will be coming over. And he'll be right there in the middle. It's just the face is one of the most important parts, and I've got to get it exactly right. So I got to crawl up in here. I'll be way up in here doing that. Have to wear my glasses and everything, because you know you got to cut this shit right. Otherwise it ain't gonna look good. So anyway, that's step 2 of it for you. Turn around a little bit so you can see it the other way. It's just drawn with this chalk, and it's on this table. Golly. It just, everything's a nightmare, it seems like. Well, especially when you're working in such a close place. But anyway, this is Chris Vance at ZoltanStudios, and I'm working on something I wanted you guys to see. It was I'm doing my truck hood, and there's a process, you know, that you have to go through with it. Like, you have to put masking film on it, and then you got to cut it out, and then once you're done cutting it out, you can spray it just slowly, you know, and build it up till you get it to the end, and then you clear coat it. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I've been working on, there's been a couple of videos that showed, but really didn't show. So I'm showing you the more advanced, you know, as it comes along. So this is the picture I'm doing here. It's right here, see? Don't mind that glare, that's just the light I'm using. But anyway, I'm trying to work on this top part here, because part of the thing is you know, attention to detail. So this is a great, cool picture, though. It's a picture of Conan. I just saw it online. I thought, that looks pretty cool. So here he is. He cut out. He's on this. This is the truck hood, if you can see it all. But anyway, he's down here at the bottom. I'm gonna put some kind of monster down here at his feet, you know, that he killed. Anyway, he's pretty much all done. I did it with this white stick-like thing, and I did it with this thing. It's like a chalk, only it's for China or whatever. It works really good on different colors, see? So anyway, that's what I'm working on. And I'm trying to do, right now, I'm trying to work on, I'm holding the thing with one hand and showing you with the other. But this is what I'm working on right now, is these trees. Because you can see the trees up top there. And these are going to be like cut in gray. But they'll be at different stages so that, you know, there'll be different colors because I'm going to add the color to it as I go along. So I'm just kind of coming in here going, okay, and it doesn't really have to be exactly the same as this guy's picture, you know what I mean? It just has to be its own picture, you know? So like there's that tree, and then if you notice there's another tree, another little tree there on the side of it in the background. So that's where this one comes in. But it's still stuff like this that, you know, brings in the detail of the background, you know. I mean, yeah, it's kind of faded out, but this type of thing looks cool when you get done with it. But you still have to cut it, and you know. So I'm just kind of skimbling along here, deciding how I'm going to do this, because this tree is like a lot farther away than I'm making it look. I don't know, it's kind of hard because these are like mountains. This is like a mountain background. This background is really going to make this picture look a lot better, you know, if you get a good decent background with it. I got a skull going here on here, and there's a rock supposed to come in the bottom here. So these rocks and things like this is what's gonna make him look, the picture look a lot better, you know what I'm saying? But right now I'm kind of working up top. I need to get this this thing here. I'm gonna come up here and make a circle up in here. Hold on a second, and I'll pause it and try and put the camera where you can see. I don't know how good this is gonna record, but anyway, I'm trying to show you. So this is the, you know, we're at the part where he's got like a moon up here, so I'm gonna put me a moon up here. And that's me moon. And there it is. So that's the moon, and then there's this castle that comes up in here. And you know, it's gonna look different when it's cut all in, but you'll see the gist of it. Can you see it on there? Yeah, hopefully you can see it. It's kind of hard with the lighting and everything up in here. This castle's got like a bunch of spires coming off it and stuff. You know. And it comes almost straight down. And then down like that, see? And then on this side, we've got that gray mid-tone. Of course, I'm missing something over here, but oh well. we got this gray mid-tone. It's in here as the tree top here. But I need to come down with this. And all this needs to be cut in, you know. I'm using a different, I keep losing my little stick. Anyway. So this goes up over here. Like a canyon, you know. And I'm just I'm not killing myself. I'm just putting it in there, you know. This is one part of the mountain going down. Then there's, up in here, there's different parts of it going up. Yeah. So then down here below his, if you can see down that far, there's a bunch of detail that's got to be put in, like as of, you know, down in this part here. It's really low for you to see it, but we could turn down here where I can show it to them. Okay, so this is the sword and everything. I have to cut all this out, and then there's skulls gonna be down in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a bunch more skulls than the guy actually originally did, because this is like a comic strip or a comic book, you know. But anyway, that's what it looks like right now, and I know this didn't take very long, but I mean, I give you a close-up view of it. Give you a close-up view. And this is that sky, you know, the mountain, you can't see because of its own shadow, but, and then this is him down here. It's all been cut in, and I'm going to come in with a bunch of skulls and stuff across the bottom, and then I'll just take out these parts and it'll be part of the black, you know, and this part will stay on there. So it's a matter of which part is taken off, but I wanted you to see what it looked like before it was done, you know what I mean? This sword, I haven't really decided on how long it is to be, so you just kind of face it. Nothing is done until you cut it like this, you know. So I've done a lot of cutting in here, but I'm gonna finish cutting the back and everything. I gotta decide which part to pull out first, you know what I mean? Because I got these big areas that need to come out. And that you got that blue in the background, you know. So that blue is really going to be a cool color. It's kind of the same color as his as this thing, you know, on there, his shorts. But hopefully it'll turn out, you know. I just kind of worried about it. I still had to draw this kind of crazy monster down here, and the log and the rocks and the skulls, you know. And that's, I don't know about this guy here. I don't know if I'm going to put him in there. I mean, I don't know what this horn is and all that stuff. Looks like he's holding the sword. I don't know. I think it'd be better with just all the skulls and stuff. I'm not going to kill myself on it. But I just want it to be detailed, and, you know, and it's the little things like this area up in here, you know, you can see little birds flying up through the sky up in here. And there's like a cloud going across here. That's got to be in there. There's more birds, you know. But little things like that's going to make him look a lot better, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'll let you guys go. This is the second part. This is the cutting after the drawing. You just saw me finish the last of the drawing there. So I'm just trying to put things where they need to be, you know what I mean? So that when it's all cut and done, we'll just go to blow. All right, man. God bless y'all, and I hope to see you next time. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish it. It's been sitting in my living room, and I don't have a shop really, per se. I mean, I do out back, but it's not big enough to put this kind of stuff in. So I just brought it in here. I got a regular old jack, or, you know, thing that you put stuff on, sawhorse. Only a metal sawhorse, and I got them sitting on it, and I'm working on it because stretching across this thing's pretty long, you know. So, but we're gonna, hopefully it'll be good. We'll be able to see the colors and everything. Maybe somebody would like me to do something like this for them on their car or whatever, you know. If they do, that'd be great. You know, give me something else to take another video of. You know, these YouTube videos. Anyway, God bless y'all. Hopefully you have a good day, and you you enjoy the rest of it whenever it comes around. So it will come around. So you see. I gotta give me some glasses. And that's what you gotta do. And I'm putting them over here on this white sheet of paper. But it all has to be done that way. I'm gonna cut this down. Okay, so that's cut down to that where it is. So here we go. Let's try and pick it out as much as we can. This is the blue background. I think, well, that's because this goes inside here. We'll pick that out too. And there it is. See how it's coming out? I gotta be gentle with it because I might need it later on, parts of it, you know, especially where this circle is. You can see this tree coming out. Oh, there's a bunch of this. Supposed to come out of here. Come on now. I don't mind that I can pick it out later. Come on. Yeah, it just broke it off. It's all right. He's going to do the outline for the Conan character too. There goes down the edge. There's his glove. I don't want his glove taken out. It looks like I didn't cut that part. So I'm just going to cut it right here. And that's one side of that blue that's coming out of there. See, because this part's going to be painted blue. And these are all the branches and parts of the tree. This other tree. And that part's going to come out second. So now I'm going to work on this part over here. And I got to try and cut it out. I mean, it's cut out. You just got to pick it. So that's what we're gonna do. See, here is the thing that picked out. You know what I mean? Kind of stick together there. That's the actual mask. What's left of it. So I'm picking out that side, and I have to pick out the other side. So I've gotten down to here. We use this pair of scissors. Go right up to this picking part here. We want that part to stay down, so here we go. It's pretty much working so far. There's a lot of branches over here on this side. But it's doing it though. Going off. Ain't worried about it. It's gonna get to that sword there. Just rip it down to that sword. That sword's definitely a part of it. And there's the bottom. So this is that part that needs to be blue. Need to Put this on the other side here. I might need it later. So there's the two sides of it. Both sides of it, where the sun was and the moon. I got another piece of plastic here. So now I'll spray that part, but I need to pick out all this down to this inside of here, and it might not be all cut. I got a cutter here. And I just, as I pick it out, I missed that there. All right, well, as I pick it out, if I can get it to pick out, try to save them black. See, that's the black area is the area that needs to be picked out. I mean, that's the area it needs to stay because the color is going on top of it. So this is the pick out process. Like up here, this all needs to be picked out because it doesn't all break out even. When a heart breaks, it don't break even. You know what I mean? It never does. There you go, there's that. Yeah, it's just adding detail to the rest of it. So like I haven't cut this area where this tree comes down here. Got my knife here somewhere. I need to cut that area. And this up in here, see, this is all going to be blue, but this area, it's got these lines, which I could do with something else. Really, I don't really need the masking to do all that. But I need it to be off of down here where his head is, because I got to spray all this down in here. And I know dang well I can cut this. This is supposedly his hair here. That's all. It doesn't matter. It's two different pieces, but so this is going to be folded back like this. Uh-oh, it's trying to stick again. And there's his hair, and there's that side of the mountain coming down. See, so we're gonna try and spray all these areas and pick out the rest of it so that the background will be sprayed first. And it's cut just right around the guy, you know. But we'll see. I mean, if this didn't, I guess it is cut. It's got a couple swords up top here. Needs to be cut out. Get this out here. Pick it. So there's the two swords. And I don't know, I mean, it may not work out the way I want it to, so we're just going to have to, I mean, like this side, we could damn near cut it back to here. I don't know, I'm kind of afraid to do that, but I know that all of this has to come out. And this has to come out. I know this has to come out. So let's try and do this. Should be a line here somewhere. Pick this out. That's it going to the other side of the hand, but see. So that's the background. And you're starting to see Conan come in there. This is part of the stole he's got over his face. See what I'm saying, bro? So I got to pick out some more on the other side. I need to pick out this whole area in here. So let's go ahead and do that. I already got it up. So here's the other side. You see the hilt of the sword was lost. And, you know, you do so much detailed picking or cutting that it's really hard to hard to pick, because you know you got so much going on here. Just like this part, I hope it goes all the way up around. I guess it does. Is there a line there? I don't see a line for that. I guess there is one. How's it going here? The grass. This is the underneath him. The underside of him. I probably need that later, huh? Sometimes it comes out straight, sometimes it don't. I don't know. I don't think that's right. That needs to go back in there. Okay. Not sure. I'll have to, you know, when you spray it, you have to try and do it a little better. That grass down at the bottom. But you can see the picture now starting to come out, you know? Like around that sword, I'm going to have something to do that, or I have to paint it by hand. I don't know, I'm not really sure. But I've got to have this background, so. But that's the picking process. You know, I have a bunch of skulls and stuff that have to be picked out. I don't want to waste too much of your time while you're watching this. But I'm just trying to show you some of the detail that goes into picking. You know? You can see this part was supposed to come off there. And this parts is parts. Some of them break, you know what I mean? There's not a lot you can do about it. I have to keep it picking until I get it picked done. But I was just showing you that's what you do when you're doing the picking, okay? So that was the picking process. And I put them on pieces like this, and then later on I can take them off. Alright, so I just signing off. I don't want you to get blurred by this headlamp, but see you next time, Chris Vance. So there you are. There's the blue on it. Still gotta keep doing it because it's gotta be straighter than that. Gotta be better. That's how it looks. Okay, so this is an update on the Conan picture on my truck. I went ahead and painted in the castle, and these are the mask has been removed on the side so those trees can come through. You know what I mean? The darkness on the trees on the side. I still have to work on this bottom part of it, but I got him all masked in. I mean, it basically shows me where he's at and gives me decent color definition. But like the face and stuff, it's got a lot to be desired. This paint that I had on the truck cover was not good, you know. And when I went to cut it into it, a lot of little pieces. You can see it in his hair here. These little white spots were like would chip off the paint down to the primer beneath. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint this back in by hand, and then I'm gonna use that airbrush to give that tone look on the body. But it is pretty good shape of him, you know. I haven't even done the skulls yet. You can see the skulls here on the side. I haven't done any of them. That's just the white, you know, those blue bumps are. So we're working on it, but the castle in the background looks pretty good. So far it's good luck with it, you know. I just hope that it's gonna turn out, you know, the way I want it, because yeah, I mean, God, this airbrushing, it's such a pain in the ass sometimes. Because it spits at you and doesn't do anything right that you want it to do. But I'm still working at it. I'm still here, guys. I just want to give you a quick update. I'm gonna put this all these little movies together and collage it into one movie so that you can watch the production of how this goes, you know. And I might even do a little movie on doing his face. You know, I don't know how long it's going to take, but as you can see right now, that's how his face looks right now. And it's like, what? Doesn't even really look like him. But anyway, this is what I'm working on. And I'm trying to match this picture here, which is up top here. See it? I'm zooming in on it so you can see it. So I'm trying to match that face there to this guy down here. And he doesn't look nothing like him right now. But he will, hopefully, when I get done with the video, you know what I mean? That face there compared to this guy's face up here. Yeah. Yeah, look at all the detail in it. So that's what I'm going to try and do with this face here, to get as close to that as I can. So I had a problem with the top of his head and everything, the christening of his head. So it's going to have to be a lot bigger. But this is what I'm working on right now, and I'll try and do a little video of it. So this is Christopher Vance. And I'm signing off from ZoltanStudios. And we're going to try and make a movie out of, or, you know, a small thing out of how you do this. Okay, so this is Christopher Vance, and I'm trying to show you, we're moving right along with this car project. I always look funny because I'm looking down, and you know, it makes my chin look like it's a double chin. But anyway, we're gonna go look at the how we're doing on the Conan picture on the truck. So you remember last time it was all cut in and everything. Well, a lot of it was really hard going, you know. I had to turn around and do a lot of it back in and everything, but so here it is. You ready? So that's the truck hood, but it's not done yet. But this is how it's coming along. I had to do the face and the, I don't know why it looks so weird. I guess because the way the light's hitting it. But that's the character. He's still got to be, a lot of it's got to be airbrushed in. I was able to knock off this castle okay. And the masking did help to put these tree limbs, you know, on the side of it. So I'm still working on it. There's a lot to be done to it. That's it, right? That's how it looks right now. This will go in with the rest of the videos. There'll be a bunch of short videos on doing this picture. But it's actually, the whole thing is really a truck hood, you know what I mean? It's a whole truck hood. I don't know. Let me know. I mean, I might do something on the sides. I'm not sure how I want to do it. But that's it. I still got a lot to do on him. Oh! I mean, as you can tell, this is the original. So a lot of this dark red color and the sword tops and stuff. But I wanted to show you something. See, I went in there and I painted all this blue. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you take off part of the mask. So this is his sword. So now he got a sword. We'll see how it all comes together in the end. There's going to be a bunch of skulls on there and stuff. But yeah, it looks a lot better when you see his sword. Of course, as you can see up here, his sword is silver. But I've just, right now, I just got it black. But it looks pretty cool, dark black too, I mean. So, we'll see. I'm working on it for you. I'm working on it for myself, but they say if you're poor and you want something nice, you gotta do it yourself. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm midway through this jaunt. Hopefully someday somebody will want me to do another one for them, and I can make some money at doing it. So anyway, there it is. Yeah, it's gonna be right in my way. I could just use it. Just use the phone as a picture. Can't. And I want to leave a line in the center here. No matter how slight. It's not going to be able to do it some other way. Well, I got to lay this on here. I can always use a mask later and add the final touches to it. I was trying to be all neat at first because I was wanting to show you guys some detailed brush work, which basically is what I'm showing you. Once you think this, see, everything is an airbrush. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to come in, do stuff with a fine liner, or in this case a striper. I left a little edge there on purpose, but I think I'll just get rid of it. Do it back in with blue or something.
Yeah, I never really did redo it.
But I think he looks better with the sword than without, than just black, you know what I mean? Like his legs, coming in here, doing his legs too. But here I am. I'm fully loading this brush here. Keep loading it. It's okay if it's extra white, you know what I mean? It's a sword. It's a silver sword, actually. So. And if I can get some kind of cool design in here, that'd be cool. You see those little hairs on the side of the brush? I don't know if you can see them or not, but that's what can mess it up. Trying to load that brush and make sure there's no hair around the edge of it, you know what I mean? Ooh, sometimes you curve the brush in your hand. And you just keep trying till you get the way you want it. I mean, nobody's a fantastic artist to start off with, you know. You just have to keep working at it till you can lay that line just like you want it, you know. But I'm going to come in with the airbrush anyway to add more detail to what I'm doing here. And so it doesn't really matter. I think that's blue paint. I think I pulled that off there. I don't know. See, that's the problem when you get in deep into it is am I painting on the mask that I made? Can I scrape this off? Does this come off? Or did I already remove the mask? Because there's little marks in there where it was originally, you know what I mean? Oh well. But I'm just going around tidying up some little details. I mean, you can see how bad I'm just showing you how bad I am here, but trying to tidy up some little details. I need to do some more black on. Oh well. I got to work on this guy's hand. This little crimson blood on his hand ain't gonna hurt nobody. Trying to do his knuckle here. Because there's going to be a shadow underneath that sword, you know. Where that hand is. A finger there and thumb over here. And I'm trying to get it half-ass like the picture, you know, but what that is, a piece of something sitting on there. So this would be, those are 3 fingers, so this would be the 4th finger down here at the bottom. I don't know. I just got it almost blacked in, but really, there's supposed to be another finger down here on the bottom here. So this is what we do to while the day away in a jolly old land of Oz, you know. Okay, so this is the 3rd finger. And then that one there is the 4th finger. And this comes around. I'm gonna have to paint all of it kind of a brownish. But see, when I come in with airbrush, hopefully, I mean, this guy has drawn knuckles and yeah, I mean, he's drawn all around there. If you can see him up here. I'm looking at it, you know, on a big screen TV. Whereas if you were looking at it, you'd want it to be, you know, like that, detailed, you know what I mean? But you can see mine's nothing like that. Nowhere near that detailed. But I don't have the smaller brushes. I don't have the technology to do such a thing. Supposed to do some shading under here. I don't really want to do anything to mess anything up, but I'm messing around here with his leg. Quit pulling it back out. I mean, this is close to black, but you can see it's browner, you know what I mean? So it's not jet black, but that's okay. This whole belt's supposed to be this kind of brown. And so is this thing. This thing goes across his chest here. It's really supposed to have a brown thing to it. And you're like, God, why is he just going in there like that? And well, you know, you get to know what you're doing after a while, how it mixes together, what you're gonna do with it. How far you can go with it, you know what I mean? Because sometimes the paint doesn't mix, and that's a cool thing, you know. Sometimes there's happy little accidents that happen while you're doing it, and other times it's just hell, you know. It just, you like this little line here, you might like that in there, you know. Sometimes a dry brush going over something really make it look cool, you know. But I'm working on it. I'm working on this Conan character, and I've tried to lay in some little darker shades in his, he had some problem with the coloring, and but you know, I mean, it's not really airbrush now. It's kind of done with painting too. But the thing is, it'll still look good. It looks good. It might not look good on film, but I think it looks good. Come on, get rid of this one little. There you go. Just trying to add this shading to this one side. You know what I mean? And you know, all your stuff looks like it's shading, going the wrong way, and funky looking stuff, you know. But then later on, when you look at it, you know, just like this, I can go through here and put all kinds of little highlights in his hair. And it's that weird black color that really doesn't go with anything, you know. But it still looks cool. I mean, I think the guy who did it, he just had like one basic color, which is cool. You know, his is really good. The guy's better than I am. I mean, he's probably world famous. But I'm trying to make the truck hood look good, you know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do. So like here, I'm just adding in some details. so it doesn't look like a blur. See how it looks like a splurge, a blurb? Well, I don't want it to look like a blurb, okay? I want it to look good. So I'm going to make it look good, even if I have to go over it and over it and over it. See, what you don't understand is on this side, this is masking. This is all masking here. See the skull under there? So this is all masking going all the way up here. I need to come up here with the black or the gray color, which I've got plenty of. I should do that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just like here, I'm kind of adding the undertone to it a little bit. But I mean, it depends on how detailed you want to do it. Well, I'm going to do it pretty damn detailed. I'm going to keep on with it until it really,
Yeah, I wish I'd add
the
more
lines
time.
look straight and everything. You know what I mean? The same color, the right color. I'm going to put a real line in there with the airbrush. The airbrush covers a lot of mistakes. This part here is really an error. I tried to wipe it up with a cloth. I spilled a little bit of something on it, and it just left a big blurb. But I mean, it looks okay when you. It looks like fog or something. And I'm just gonna do like, this is a gray spot. This is a gray spot. I'll show you. This is a gray spot. This is the bark on the tree. And I'm just gonna keep. It really doesn't matter something like this how you mess it up here, because it's like scumbling along. But you don't want to get too long of pieces in there. But it's kind of where the light is hitting this tree, and it needs to come way down here. You know what I mean? I need to look how straight a line that liner does. But I need to do white and then a black in front of it, you know, because it's part of that tree. It's coming down here, and it needs, the whole picture needs to be a little lighter, you know. It needs, and then it's gonna put like another area here, you know what I mean, where there's spots. And I'm just kind of, I mean, I could use like a, I mean, there's several different ways you can do something like this, but I'm just gonna do it. That's not really the edge of the car, you know what I mean? That's just the edge of the picture. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, because sometimes it goes the other way. You know what I mean? I mean, the thicker the white line, the more it looks like a shadow, you know what I mean? But see, there's going to be a skull like right in here. And then the same with this other side. See, I've got where I just did the mask on it, but I need to get rid of that mask and just do some of this on here. And it needs to go up into the top of it. See, watch. Oh, that's what I dropped the mouse. I was going to show you the picture, but I dropped the mouse. Now I can't find it. But I still have all this stuff on the bottom here. See, I have this log here, and there's supposed to be like a dead guy here, which would be cool if I ever got done with it, you know, if I ever make it down there. Then I got all these skulls, and I'm going to do skulls all the way across it, all the way out here. I keep working on it. Painting with Chris. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable pastime. I like doing it, you know. Oh. But it's, you got to pay the bills sometimes, you know, sometimes. When you get up here, it's just going to be right along the edge of the, because it's like a reflection. You know what I mean? So, I'm not really showing you. It's hard to hold the brush and paint at the same time because I'm leaning way up. I mean, yeah, I could stand up and do it, but trying to bring a little bit of life back into it. And see, after I go through with this and adding something into it, I will come back with a black too. You know what I mean? Come back with a black, and then I need to start painting these guys in here. But see, as you can see, he needs to be, this part of it needs to come out. It's hard to get it out. See, that's what happens after you have the mask in here for so long. You can't get them out of there. They got these little tools they call picker tools that you can pick with it. But I don't know if this has been pulled out already. It looks like it has. I know this hasn't, so. But see, I need to paint a little white here. Since I'm going to pull this off. Let's go ahead and put a little white here. So we can see where the edge of the guy's face is supposed to be, you know. It really doesn't matter, just do the hole anyway, you know. But so I got him there, and then I'm going to pull this edge off so that you can kind of see him, you know what I mean. Trying to show it to you and still do it at the same time. Yeah, there's the other side of the leg. See, another guy I didn't cut out too well. It doesn't matter because I'm going to come in and paint these guys. I'll paint the white and the black on them. I don't care. But I just want to know what part of this is coming off. See, this is all a rock here. If you look at the picture, you see it's a great big rock here. And then below that, there's like a limb, big limb laying there. But I'm going to go ahead and see what I can pull off here. See, even that part I painted, it came off because I don't know where the mask ends and the story begins. You know, like down in here, it's real obvious. There'll be a nice black line across here. But when you get up in here into some of these places, like here, I did, those are the two skull eyes. But I didn't cut it all in. I wasn't sure how far I pulled it out and whether I pulled it out right. And you get little specks and stuff. And you just kind of have to do it by eye. And then if it's wrong, guess what? Got to do it again. You didn't do it right, man. You need to do it right, bro. You need to redo it. That's what you need to do, man. This ain't funny, bro. Some more of this tree here. And you know, I'm just kind of meandering around. Hey, you get more control of the brush doing this. You know, you get used to it more. I mean, I could paint the whole dang picture, but the thing was, that wasn't what I was trying to do, an airbrush picture, you know. This guy uses more simple coloring schemes. He just used the gray, and I guess it was against the black. It was gray and black, but mine's gonna be gray and blue, and as you can see, like a darker gray. Hey YouTubers, Chris Vance here, trying to give you a little video here in the nighttime. I was just working a lot, and I thought I'd take a break. And I thought, I bet these guys would like to see this. I'm working on this it's late at night, and I'm working on this truck hood that I've been showing you. The different parts to it. So let's go look at it. I'm gonna look at it real quick. But so this is the truck top, and it's looking pretty good. Conan looking pretty awesome. Yeah. It looks like he's looking back at you. It really does look like he's looking at you. But when you get down here to the bottom, I was doing these background for these skulls, and the thing is, I don't really like them. I mean, they look okay, but I mean, I could fix them and everything. I don't really like this as a size or the positions or something. This is what the guy had on the picture. It was like a dude with a fake skull on his head or something. That was why I cut this out, because his body goes back there. But this is on a truck hood, So what I'm thinking of doing is getting these skulls to be more perfect and look bigger, and bring them across, because Conan's pretty cool all by himself. I don't need none of that stupid stuff. So skulls that I drew them. I didn't draw them, but I mean, I cut them all out, and I did all this work in vectors. It's like you can see this one. See all that work I did, all these little lines. I was using this tool here where you like click, click, let go, click again, click again. And then when you get done, you can fill them. But it was the only way. This is the only way that you can get the Cricut machine to really remove the background of this image like this, so that when you put it on there and it cuts it out of the vellum, it cuts it out perfectly the way you got it on here. You know what I mean? And that way you can do, I've got these a bunch of different skulls, and I'm thinking, well, I should be able to knock out 2 or 3 of these tonight, and I wanted to add some bones in there. I started to move it, but see how this one's like half the head's broke off or whatever. But the thing is, these are bitmap pictures. It'd be great as but they're not vectors. See, you can see how this is missing some of the bitmap in there. It's like a little hole there. And I want this type of stuff. I want this ones with the claw, the scary stuff. And I want like half teeth and stuff like that. So I've been working on it, and I realized, oh shit, I got to go in there and do that. Now I got to go in and do all these vectors. So I thought I was going to be about done with it, but instead I have to do like a lot more to finish it up. But I just wanted to give you an update on what was going on. Next video you'll see will be cutting the mask for that. Instead of me cutting it by hand like you saw me do Conan, it's going to be by that Cricut machine. You know what I mean? Because it cuts perfect circles and perfect this and perfect that, and it'll make it look realer. So anyway, I just figured I'd give you a quick update on what was going on. And y'all have a nice night. Enjoy yourself. Good evening. Okay guys, Chris Vance here. We're working on this picture. This is the truck hood. And I'm doing the airbrush on it. And I'm trying to cut these out, these skulls. You can't really see them, but they've been cut out with a Cricut. And that's one skull. He's looking at you from the side. So I'm going to try and set this phone down, possibly, and show you what the process is. Just keep it out of your eye. Anyway, it's hard to see the picture on here, so I'm going to use this transfer film. This was cut with a cry cut, which is a cutter. It's like a plotter. Okay, so this is doing the airbrushing on it. This is a Creos airbrush. It's an 18 millimeter. It's really good one. I got a got a nice little compressor over there. It's supposedly like a silent one, but so here we are. I'm gonna start spraying this in. God dang it. I'll hold this light like this. Can you see it? Okay. So this is what we're doing. I'm going in here. And I'm gonna spray a skull. See, so all the black parts will stay where they are. And these are, I'm doing the white parts, which kind of gives me an outline, you know, where the skull's gonna be. Here's the bottom jaw. Doesn't look like much right now, but I made it a little bluer, you know. I like this little blue color. The Conan picture had a lot of that blue in it. I might come back and do a little more of it. But there's going to be a lot of white in this one too, kind of like the one next to it, because these are the very front ones. But look how well that Creos works. It really works well. It does real good detail too. As you can see it. I don't think you can, but so what you want to do is kind of draw it in. I mean, you see the picture, so I'm trying to do the spots that you think will be most prominent. And we'll put some white back on this later, but I have a heat gun here. I'm going to try and heat it so it'll dry faster, you know. So this is a heat gun. It makes a lot of your work go faster. You sit around waiting for the paint to dry all the time, you know. But you can use a hair dryer. I just found that this thing works pretty fast. And I couldn't find my hair dryer, to admit the truth. But anyway, so there's the beginning of it. And kind of set it away a little bit. Because now I'm going to pick out this black part, like his eyes. I'll show you his eyes, just to show you what it looks like when you do it. Let me get this light over here right for you. So I'm going to pick out his eye here. His nose, and here it comes. See, so these are all the black parts. So can you see it now? And as I remove this, the rest of this blue, it'll turn into more like this. And I'm going to get some dark blue here and fade in around these edges and stuff so it doesn't look so much like a sticker. I'm sure I got a bunch of this color here. Yeah, I'm sure I do. But, and then I'll have to come back with this color with white. So that's the process that I'm working on. But I just wanted you to see how well that Krios 18 millimeter, that thing's awesome when it's right. I had a broke nozzle on it before and it wouldn't work. But now it's fixed up. So now it's just a matter of getting the highlights in there and the darks where the darks are, you know. Trying to fade it in a little bit, you know. I might like do a little bit here of this same color because that's his jaw, you know. And I'll probably go around the edges, you know, to lighten this little line up here so it doesn't look so much like a stencil. And I'll come in with that white and do it a little harder. But that just kind of gives it a shading, you know, around the outside where that line was. When you saw it pull it off, it was like this, you know what I mean? It was that little line that goes around the edge, that little piece there. So now I need to get some black and darken this in. There's lines all over that I need to pick off, and I'm going to spray it all in, and then I'm going to come back with the white. But I have to move to do that because all the picking stuff's on the it's over there on the other side, and I got to mix up the color and stuff. But I'll come back when I got it about half done, and I'll show it to you. And so here it is, the final draft. I got the skulls going all the way across. Having a difficult time with the steam because the airbrush, man. It just, you know, it works for a while and then it just wants to start spitting and sputtering. I hate that. I even got steam coming out of his mouth. And the color, I like that red blood color. It looked pretty good. Turned him into more of a Conan-y type character. Got his two blades up in there. So, you know, you can only go so far, and then once you get to that point, you're like, well, shit, what else can I do? You know what I mean? So, but that's it. I mean, you can turn it this way, maybe you can see it better. The more you cut down, the more better you can see it. That's the front of the truck's got all those skulls, because you know how when bugs get on your truck, you don't want them. So anyway, now it's time for the clear coat. I'll put about 3 or 4 clear coats on it, and I'm going to try and straighten up some of this smoke tonight. But then 2 or 3 clear coats. We should be rocking and rolling. But that's Conan. The Airbrush Conan. With the city up there. Got those trees like we said. I ended up hanging this skull up in the middle of nowhere. Here's the, it's finally got the clear coat on it and everything. You can see it. It's Conan the Barbarian. Got a bunch of skulls down here. This is on my back porch. I'll take a picture of it in the car, let you know. And it was made by Vance Christopher E. 2025. So if you want something nice and you don't have money, make it yourself. So there it is. You know, just another long shot of it. Took a while to do it. It's problems with the clear coat, just like it did the airbrush. Broke the airbrush twice. I got it all fixed. That shows you the high gloss on it. Yeah, it'll look good on the truck. I'll show you a picture of it on the truck. But there it is. Conan. Thank you very much. So here it is. Here it is finally on the truck. Yep. It's Conan. Conan the Barbarian. Yep. Caught it in the sun just about right. But this is what it looks like on the front of the truck. It's a Ford Ranger. It's a Ranger XLT. You can see how much shinier the hood is than the rest of the truck. What it need, you know, it needed. It'll stop it from rusting, you know. And right along here, the bugs won't be so bad on it. That was the idea. But this truck has been so good to me, I thought I'd do something for it. There he is, Conan. Conan the Barbarian. You got a sword there. You got a little sword. Has boots. There's skulls all over it. People like skulls, so. Anyway, I'll back up a little bit so you can see what it looks like. That's what it looks like on the truck. I got this truck over here too. It's a nice one. Gotta redo it. Anyway, just wanted to let you know what it looks like on the, you know, while it's actually on the car. You can see how shiny it is comparatively, you know, to the rest of the truck. But that's how it looks. Alright, this is Chris Vance. He's the one who did it. Please like and subscribe to my Arts and Humanities channel on YouTube. Thank you very much.